Hello there. Welcome back. It is really good to see you again. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. Today, we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Commander deck, which is a special edition Doctor Who themed deck, as you can see in the cameras here. I have a little bit of a new setup going, so tell me how you like this. Give me as much feedback as you can so I can know if you like this kind of content. But without further ado, I would like to start unboxing this new this new item that I found at my local comic book shop. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna read some of the back a little bit. All right. So let's get right into reading what is on the box first of all. So we have, of course, Magic the Gathering, Universes Beyond, Doctor Who Commander deck, and this one contains the first 8 Doctors. So this is the Blast from the Past set. So go over to the back here. It says, reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Grab your companions and battle across the universe in Magic's definitive multiplayer format. Step into the past with a historic ability, boosting your benefits from legendary characters, artifacts, and sagas. The 4th Doctor allows you to reliably play historic cards every turn, so build up a formidable board presence and your foes will be history. The 4th Doctor, known for his eccentric sense of humor, cheerful optimism, and penchant for getting into trouble, the 4th Doctor faces danger with determination and proves there is no such thing as can't. He is instantly recognizable in one of his iconic long scarves and a brown fedora, usually offering someone a sweet. So, let's see. What is Plane Chase? Plane Chase is a cool way to shake up your Commander games with your friends. Use a deck of playing cards and a special planar die to trigger unique abilities and take your TARDIS through time and space. So this set, contains 100. It's a 100 card deck with 50 new cards, 10 Plane Chase cards, 10 double-sided token cards, planar die, foil etched display commander, life wheel, deck box, strategy insert, and the reference card. So there's a lot in this. And disclaimer, I have never, ever played Magic the Gathering. I don't know how to play the game, so I am a layman's on all of the terminology and things like that at best. So please bear with me if I say something wrong. Absolutely yell at me in the comments and let me know what I said wrong. So I'm just going to get to opening this up, and we will get to, all the good sounds. I think there might be a better way of opening this, but we'll do it this way. Watch me struggle. Yeah, there's definitely a better way, but that's okay. We're here now, so that's okay. Let's see. What do we have? Set that to the side. Put that right there for now. Let's see what's in here. Oh, cool. this is, let's see, the collector booster sample pack that comes with it. I think we'll open that first. Let's see, what is this? The Pyramid of Mars. Actually, let's open this one first. So let's see, we have the Pyramid of Mars. It says, plane, Mars. When you planeswalk to the Pyramid of Mars, and at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard, and the rest on top of your library in any order. Whenever chaos ensues, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then we have, let's see, before I move on, we'll show this one up here. So, it's very cool art. Next one is Caught in a Parallel Universe. Phenomenon. When you encounter Caught in a Parallel Universe, each player chooses a creature controlled by the player to their left. Each player creates a token that's a copy of the creature they choose, except it has menace. Then planes walk away from this phenomenon. This terminology is pretty interesting. Then we have, oh wow. Let's see here. We have the Gardens of Tranquil Repose, the Plane of Necros. Suspended animation. Whenever a creature dies, exile it. Its controller scries 1. Whenever chaos ensues, create X3 of 3 black Dalek artifact creature tokens with menace, where X is 1 plus the number of cards exiled with Gardens of Tranquil Repose. I didn't know that you were going to need to be smart to do this. So we'll see if I can learn how to play this game. Then there's the Spectrox Mines, the plane of Androzani Minor. When you planeswalk to Spectrox Mines, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 3 life and create a treasure token. Whenever chaos ensues, create a food token and a 2 of 2 black human rogue creature token. So this one is Coal Hill School, Plane of Earth. Whenever a player casts a historic spell, that player draws a card. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. Whenever chaos ensues, return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. The next one, ooh, this one has really cool art on it. I really like that. Yeah, so this one, I really like this one. That looks super cool. It's called Unit Headquarters, the Plane of Earth. When you planeswalk to Unit Headquarters and at the beginning of your upkeep, create a tapped 1/1 white soldier creature token, or 1 of 1, not sure. Whenever chaos ensues, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That is some very cool art on that one. I very much enjoy that one. Let's see. Let's bring this up. This one is called the Cheetah Planet. Let's see. So, outside Mutter's Spiral. When you planeswalk to the cheetah planet, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put 2/1 counters on target non-cat creature you control. Put 2/1 counters on target non-cat creature you control. It becomes a cat in addition to its other types. Okay. I have some learning to do. Whenever chaos ensues, all cats gain provoke until the end of turn. Whenever a cat attacks, its controller may target creature defending player. Its controller may have target creature defending player controls untap and block it if able. I have no idea what I just said. Let's see. And then we have the Antarctic Research Base. When you planeswalk, the plane is Earth. When you planeswalk to Antarctic Research Base, and at the beginning of your upkeep, investigate. Whenever chaos ensues, put X+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Where X is the number of artifacts you control, it becomes a plant in addition to its other types. We have 2 more of these. We've got the Cave of Skulls. On the plane of Earth, each creature card in your graveyard has Scavenge. The Scavenge cost is equal to its mana cost. Exile a creature card from your graveyard and pay its mana cost. Put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to that card's power on the target creature. Scavenge only as a sorcery. Whenever chaos ensues, create 2 1/1 white warrior creature tokens. And the last one, the TARDIS Bay. This is going to be cool. On the plane of Gallifrey, the first spell you cast during each of your turns with mana value 2 or greater has Cascade. When you cast that spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile cards on the bottom in a random order. When chaos ensues, gain control of target artifact, then planeswalk. Very cool. I have no idea what these are, but these are pretty cool looking. I like them. So, that is the first part. I think let's open the booster pack next. So, this, I almost don't want to open it, but let's see. It has, I don't know how many cards it has. Let's see. It's on the back here. It has 2. It has 2 game cards in it. So let's see what we get. Did a bug just come out of this? Okay, maybe that's lucky. We'll see. Okay, let's see. It says it's kind of like a makeover montage for your commander deck. I don't know what that means. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is Rose Tyler. I think that might be a good one. Legendary creature, human. Rose Tyler gets +1/+1 for each time counter on it. Bad Wolf. Whenever Rose Tyler attacks, put a time counter on it for each suspended card you own and each other permanent you control with a time counter on it. Doctor's Companion. That's really cool. Let's see. Sheltered Thicket. Let's see. It's a land, mountain, forest. Sheltered Thicket enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 2. History is burdened. Stories can make us fly. Robin Hood. Oh yeah, that was a good episode. I wonder if this has anything to do with Doctor Who still, or if it's just a generic card. I don't know. It's probably Doctor Who themed, but we'll see. Let's see what's next. What's next? Oh, these are all little token stuff. Okay, I don't know what these are used for, so I'm going to leave them in intact because I don't really know what to do with those. So, oh, there's the cards. Found them. Oh, what's that? Not really sure. Cool. Okay. Let's see. So that is always like dice. Let's nothing. So it's got this one side right here, and this side right here. And then all the other ones are blank. I'm sure that means something. We'll leave that there. And let's see. Leave that for last. What's this? Ooh, very cool. So that's... Okay, so there's some rules here, and like how to play the deck and things like that. So that's really cool. I'm not gonna go through all of that right now because I know we want to get to the good part. But I'm also want to see what this is. Oh, this is just a counter. Okay, cool. That's really cool. So you got your little numbers, and it goes all the way up to 20. Cool. Awesome. Oh, I guess it goes up to maybe 40? Yeah, 40. Okay. Cool, cool. We'll move these over. Move them up a little bit. All right. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Okay. So, oh, he's right on top. All right. So let's see. Let's open this up. A lot of cards. So, the first card on top. Ooh, these are thick and very tough looking cards. So this is the 4th Doctor, and it looks like you get 2 of these. So that's pretty cool. They're both holographic, and it looks like the top one is a bit thicker. I don't know why. But this one's definitely thinner. Maybe this one doesn't count. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll see. So it says the 4th Doctor, legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Would you like a... Once each turn, you may play a historic land or cast a historic spell from the top of your library. When you do, create a food token. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. I have no idea what any of that means. But I'm going to learn. So there's that. And of course there's, I believe this is the actual card. So there's those 2. Then we have Miss Sarah Jane Smith, and the art on this is absolutely just stunning. Like, there's so much beauty in these cards. I really love these. So, let's continue. Legendary creature, human detective. Whenever you cast a historic spell, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. To investigate, create a clue token. It's an artifact with 2. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw a card. Let's see. Doctor's Companion. You can have 2 commanders if the other is the doctor. Yeah, I really like this one. That's really cool. So let's see. We have Miss Romana the Second. So let's make sure you can see that. We have a legendary creature, Time Lord Scientist, Vigilance 1. Create a tapped token that's a copy of target token that entered the battlefield this turn. Doctor's Companion. You can have 2 commanders if the other is a doctor. So I'm guessing this is also a commander. That's pretty cool. Okay, or maybe not. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing. So, all right, and moving on, we have Joe Grant, legendary creature, human soldier. Each historic card in your hand has cycling. Discard that card, draw a card. Whenever you cycle a card, put a 1/1 counter on Joe Grant. Doctor's Companion. If you can have 2 commanders, if you have 2 commanders, if the other is the doctor. Very cool. I really like the art on this one. It's like lady on a motorcycle. Really cool. Super cool. All right, let's see. We have, put this out of the way here. We have Tegan Jovanka. This is a legendary creature, a human. Let's see. We have Braveheart. Whenever you attack, target attacking historic creature gets 1/1 and gains indestructible until the end of turn. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. Doctor's Companion. You know that one. Let's see. Oh, there's a quote on this one. You certainly know how to fly this crate, don't you? Let's see. The next one is going to be Miss Barbara Wright. Very cool. I actually thought it was Princess Leia for a second there, but this is Barbara Wright. This is legendary creature, human advisor, history teacher. Sagas you control have read ahead. As a saga enters the battlefield, choose a chapter and start with that many lore counters. Skipped chapters don't trigger. Quote on here is, "There will be no sacrifice this afternoon, Doctor, or ever again." All right, moving on. We have Ian Chesterton. Legendary creature, human scientist, science teacher. Each saga spell you cast has replicate. The replicate cost is equal to its mana cost. When you cast that saga, copy it for each time you paid its replicate cost. Copies of permanents enter the battlefield as tokens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stack these up like this, so we have a little bit more room. All right, we'll put Sarah Jane. She can go with the doctor. She's a bit special. All right, the next one is, oh wow, the art on this one is crazy good. It's wild. Perry Brown, legendary creature, human. Let's see if we can get that a little closer. Can you see that? Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. So, let's see. The first historic spell you cast each turn has Convoke. Your creatures can help cast it. Each creature you tap while casting it pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. I'm Propuglium Brown, and I can shout just as loud as you can. Propugilium? I think it's Propugilium, actually. That's a cool card. I like that one. Wow. So this, I don't think... No, this is not another monster card. This is a sorcery card. So this is Crisis of Conscience. Sorcery. Choose one. Destroy all tokens. Destroy all non-land, non-token permanents. Oh, just choose one between those. Just touch. Let's see. Just touch these two strands together and the Daleks are finished. Have I that right? So this is another really cool looking one. Alright, we're going to put that one right there. Let's see. The next one are the Caves of Androzani. So that's as this saga enters and after your draw step at a lore counter, sacrifice after Ivy. Or I guess that's what, 4? No. Yeah, 4. I think, yes. Put 2 stun counters on each of up to 2 target tapped creatures. For each non-saga permanent, choose a counter on it. You may put an additional counter of that kind on that permanent. Search your library for a doctor card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Seems like a pretty good card. Not really sure what all those do, but seems pretty cool. Put that one right there. This one is called The War Games. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 4. Each player creates 3 tapped 1/1 white warrior creature tokens. The tokens are goaded for as long as the war games remain on the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on each warrior creature. You may exile a non-token creature while you control. You may exile a non-token creature you control. When you do, exile all warriors. I am very excited to learn how to play this game with this deck. I feel like it's going to be very cool. So this one's called The Trial of a Time Lord. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 4. One is exile target non-token creature an opponent controls until Trial of a Time Lord leaves the battlefield. Starting with you, each player votes for innocent or guilty. If guilty gets more votes, the owner of each card exiled with Trial of a Time Lord puts that card on the bottom of their library. The next is The Night of the Doctor. So that says, as this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 2. So that one's a little different. Destroy all creatures is 1, and return target legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put your choice of a first strike, vigilance, or lifelink counter on it. Alright, looks like we have a different type of card now. These are blue. So we had white, now we have blue. Those look like just like a colorless, I'm guessing. And then this is water. Makes sense to me. I'm learning as I go here. This is called Traverse Eternity. It's a sorcery card. Draw cards equal to the highest mana value among historic permanents you control. Know thine enemy. Admirable advice. The 4th Doctor. Put that one right there. Okay. Next one is K9 Mark 1. I love this guy. Legendary artifact creature, robot dog. Negative. As long as K9 Mark 1 is untapped, other legendary creatures you control have Ward 1. Affirmative. Target, I have to say it like how he says it. Target legendary creature don't be blocked. Target legendary creature can't be blocked this turn. I love K9. That's one of my favorite characters. He's very funny and very interesting. My wife actually does an outstanding impression of his affirmative line. But moving on, the next one is Adric, Mathematical Genius. Legendary creature, Human Artificer. He has copy, target, activated, or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Ultimate Sacrifice. Sacrifice Adric. Counter target activated or triggered ability. Counter target activated or triggered ability. He sounds strong. I don't know what he does exactly, but he sounds kind of strong. I'm going to put him with K9. Alright. This one's called Nisa of Traken. Legendary creature, Human Scientist. You have no maximum hand size. Sonic Booster. Whenever Nisa of Traken attacks, sacrifice X artifacts. When you sacrifice one or more artifacts this way, tap up to X target creatures, you draw X cards. I think I'm starting to understand what some of these are getting at. Also, this game sounds very fun to play. So this is called Reverse the Polarity. It's called Instant, or it's an instant effect or card, I guess. Choose one. Counter all other spells. Switch each creature's power and toughness until the end of turn. Creatures can't be blocked this turn. You see, before you reactivated it, I reversed the polarity of the neutron flow. That's a pretty cool card, and I like that. I'll put that over here with the Traverse Eternity card. Alright, moving on. So this is a 500-year diary. Legendary artifact, Clue. 500-year diary enters the battlefield tapped. Add water for each clue you control. Sacrifice 500-year diary, draw a card. Seems like another pretty cool card. Moving on, we have An Unearthly Child. So this one says, as the saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a doctor card, a card with Doctor's Companion, or a vehicle card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's also a very cool looking card. I really like these. Let's see, where could this go? I think this is fine to set right next to these. Okay. Oh, we're going into some green cards now. So this is Leela, Savatim Warrior. Legendary creature, Human Warrior. Whenever an opponent draws a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, put a 1/1 counter on Leela, Savatim Warrior. Look, Doctor, good marksmanship is not a matter of luck. Good line. So I'm going to put her right here under the blue ones. We'll see if we have enough room for everything. So let's see. Next one. Ace, Fearless Rebel. Legendary creature, Human Rebel. Nitro 9. Whenever Ace, Fearless Rebel attacks, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on Ace, Fearless Rebel. Then it fights up to one target creature defending player controls. Let's see. The quote is just wicked. Cool. Alright. Next one. It's another beautiful art on this one. Just crazy good. So let's see. Susan Foreman. Legendary creature, Time Lord. If you would planeswalk, instead look at the top 2 cards of your planar deck. Put one on the bottom of your planar deck and the other on top. Then planeswalk. Interesting. Alright, the next one is the 5 Doctors. That is really cool. That is some really cool art on that one. So, this is the 5 Doctors. Sorcery. Kicker. You may pay an additional 5 as you cast this spell. Search your library and or graveyard for up to 5 Doctor cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. If the spell was kicked, put those cards onto the battlefield instead of putting them into your hand. So let's see this one. I'm going to put this one over here. Let's see. This next one is Jamie McCrimmon. Legendary creature, human warrior. Trample. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Jamie McCrimmon gets XX until the end of turn, where X is that spell's mana value. I like the art on that one too. That's very cool. Put that over here with these ones. Alright. This one is called The Sea Devils. Really cool art on that one too. I know I'm saying that a lot, but the art on these cards is just outstanding. I wish I could paint like this. One day. So as this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. Create a 2/2 green alien salamander creature token with Island Walk. It can't be blocked it can't be blocked as long as defending player controls an island. Until end of turn, whenever a salamander deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to target creature that player controls. Enchantment Saga. We'll put that one. Let's see, we'll put that one right here. All right. Ooh, this one. This one's very cool. So, this one is called Gallifrey Stands. You probably know this one if you've seen like the newer episodes. You probably know this scene if you've seen like the newer stuff of Doctor Who. So this is called Gallifrey Stands. It's a legendary enchantment. When Gallifrey Stands enters the battlefield, return all Doctor cards from your graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a Doctor creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Then if you control 13 or more Doctors, you win the game. That's pretty wild. So, if you... I think I'm going to have to get some more Doctors for this card to work. I don't know if it'll actually... if the whole thing will work in this deck, but if I do it, maybe it does. I'm not sure how everything works, but that's really cool. And I know I said it a million times, but I love the art on this. So we're going to throw that right there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw this right here. Could probably have a better way of setting these up, but you know what? For right now, I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just going to do it this way. Oh man, there's still so many cards to go through. So, we have the City of Death. After this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 5. Or no, that's 6. I'm sorry. Let's see. Create a treasure token. Create a token that's a copy of target non-saga token you control. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Very cool. I'm going to take this one and put it right there. Okay. Moving on. Now we have some different colors. These are yellow cards. This is Alistair, the Brigadier. Legendary creature, human soldier. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Whenever Alistair attacks, you may pay 8. If you do, creatures you control get XX until end of turn, where X is the number of historic permanents you control. That is awesome. Can't wait to see how all these cards work. Oh, the first Doctor. That's very cool. So, let's see. The first Doctor. Legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. When the first Doctor enters the battlefield, search your library and or graveyard for a card named TARDIS. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Whenever you cast a spell with Cascade, put a 1/1 counter on target artifact or creature. That is so very cool. Matter of fact, let's take Sarah Jane Smith. Move her over here. Should be on top of that one. And then we'll put all the Doctors in their own pile. Find a good spot for this guy. Alright. Let's continue. Oh, we already have the second Doctor. So, legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. Players have no maximum hand size. How civil of you. At the beginning of your end step, each player may draw a card. Each opponent who does can't attack you or permanents you control during their next turn. Well, if it is a fact, Jamie, that I do tend to get involved. That's a very cool card. Another Doctor card. The second Doctor. Oh, we're into the Doctors now. So, here is the third Doctor. Legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. Trample. The third Doctor gets 1/1 for each non-creature token you control. When the third Doctor enters the battlefield, create your choice of a clue token, a food token, or a creature or a treasure token. Oops. It's rather a pity, in a way. Now the universe is down to 699 wonders. Very cool. Okay. And now we have the fifth Doctor looking very dapper. So let's see. Legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. Peaceful coexistence. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control that didn't attack or enter the battlefield this turn. Untap those creatures. When did you last have the pleasure of smelling a flower, watching a sunset, eating a well-prepared meal? So that's another really cool looking one. Really well painted, these. I thoroughly enjoy the art. And the sixth Doctor. So, let's see here. Legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. Time Lord's prerogative. Whenever you cast a historic spell, copy it, except the copy isn't legendary. This ability triggers only once each turn. This is a situation that requires tact and finesse. Fortunately, I am blessed with both. And the seventh Doctor. So we have another very beautiful bit of art. Legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. Whenever the seventh Doctor attacks, choose a card in your hand. Defending player guesses whether that card's mana value is greater than the number of artifacts you control. If they guessed wrong, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you don't cast a spell this way, investigate. I don't know what any of these words mean, but that's okay. All right. The Eighth Doctor. Wow. So. All right, legendary creature. Time Lord Doctor. When the Eighth Doctor enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may play a historic land or cast a historic permanent spell from your graveyard. If you do, it gains. If this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile instead of putting it anywhere else. What a mouthful. Physician, heal thyself. I think we've gotten through the doctors. Now we are on Vrestin, Menoptera Leader. Legendary creature, alien insect scout. Flying. Vestrin enters the battlefield with X11 counters on it. When Vestrin enters the battlefield, create X11 green and white alien insect creature tokens with flying. Whenever you attack with one or more insects, put a 1/1 counter on each of them. Let's see. I'll put her there. Actually, no. Put it there. Actually, I don't know. I think she'll work right there for now. Sergeant John Benton. Legendary creature, human soldier. Trample, haste. Share intelligence. Whenever Sergeant John Benton deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each draw that many cards. Anyway, nothing to do with you surprises me anymore, Doctor. All right. This one is called The Curse of Fenric. As the saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. For each player, destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 green mutant creature token with a death touch. Target non-token creatures becomes a 6/6 legendary horror creature named Fenric and loses all abilities. Target mutant fights another target creature named Fenric. Going to pop that right here. This one is called Dugan, Private Detective. Legendary creature, human detective. Dugan's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. Whenever Dugan enters the battlefield or attacks, investigate. The most important punch in history. Dugan deals damage equal to twice its power to another target creature. Activate only once. All right. And then we have Bessie, the Doctor's Roadster. Legendary artifact, vehicle. Some good shots of that. So, legendary artifact, vehicle, haste. Whenever Bessie attacks another target, legendary creature can't be blocked this turn. Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Put that right there. We got Ace's baseball bat. Legendary artifact, equipment. Equipped creature gets 3/0 as long as equipped creature is attacking. It has first strike and must be blocked by a Dalek if able. equipped legendary creature. 1, equip 3. That's a lot of stuff. I don't know what it means. Throw that right there. This one is the Gallifrey Council Chamber. Legendary land. When Gallifrey Council Chamber enters the battlefield, surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a Time Lord or alien spell or activate an ability of a Time Lord or alien. Cool. Let's see. Throw that one right there. I might need more room here soon. There's a lot of cards coming up. Let's see. Let's make a little bit of room. Just a little more room. Take all them up. There we go. Should have enough room now. And if not, I might have to take that a little bit. Okay. So, actually, Rose can go right here. Perfect. Okay. So, continuing on, we have Day of Destiny. Legendary enchantment. Legendary creatures you control get 2/2. We can travel anywhere and everywhere in that old box, as you call it, regardless of space and time. The First Doctor. Let's see. Where to put this one? We'll just set it right here. Okay. We have now Heroic Intervention. Instant. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. I've come a long way for you, exclaimed the Sixth Doctor. Naturally, don't expect any thanks, replied the Second Doctor. If you haven't seen Doctor Who, you really need to watch this show. Let's see where to put it. I'm going to put it right here. Next one. Time Wipe. Wow. Really like that one. Sorcery. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures. Goodbye, Davros. It hasn't been pleasant. The Seventh Doctor. Davros. Davros is crazy. Let's see, let's put it... Where's a good spot? Well, we had other sorceries in this. I think I'll just start. I won't keep them all by color. Okay, let's see. Hero's Podium. Legendary artifact. Each legendary creature you control gets 1/1 for each other legendary creature you control. Ooh. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may reveal a legendary creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Cool. Let's see, I'll put that one right here. Okay. This one is called Trenzalore Clock Tower. Trenzalore Clock Tower. Legendary land. Add blue energy. Put a time counter on Trenzalore Clock Tower. Remove 12 time counters from Trenzalore Clock Tower and exile it. Shuffle your graveyard and hand into your library. Then draw 7 cards. Activate only if you control a Time Lord. Let's see. Let's put it right here. This one is called Once Upon a Time. It's a sorcery. And it is Unlikely Meeting, Sorcery Adventure. This is like a whole new thing. Haven't seen any like this. Search your library for a doctor card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Cast the spell only if you control 2 or more doctors. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile once upon a time. That sounds like a really good card. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. This one. Look at that art. Crazy. Port Town. Land. As Port Town enters the battlefield, you may reveal a plains or island card from your hand. If you don't, Port Town enters the battlefield tapped. You don't want me to try and say the quote this time. It's got some really, I think, maybe Italian. Not sure. Yeah, I would sound silly saying it though. So let's see. We'll put that one here. You know what? Let's move all these up so they can all be right here. Okay. All right. Moving on to the Exotic Orchard. Land. Add 1 mana or any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. Okay. I understand now. Add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. Whew, that's a weird sentence, but it makes sense within the rules, I think. So we're going to put that one right here. Okay. Moving on. We have the Temple of Enlightenment. This is a land card. Temple of Enlightenment enters the battlefield tapped. When Temple of Enlightenment enters the battlefield, scry 1. Another really beautiful card. Really like these. All right, moving on to the next card. We have the Fortified Village. Let's see here. This is a land card. As Fortified Village enters the battlefield, you may reveal a forest or plains card from your hand. If you don't, Fortified Village enters the battlefield tapped. On the fields of Trenzalore, he stood as protector both of his own people and his new home, Tasha Lem. Put that right there. Next card is called Prairie Stream, Lands, Plains, Island. Prairie Stream enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Strictly speaking, it's the 15th New York since the original, so that makes it new York, the 10th Doctor. Put that there. The next one. Canopy Vista. Lands, forest, plains. Canopy Vista enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Apalapusia, voted number 2 planet in the top 10 greatest destinations for the discerning intergalactic traveler, the 11th Doctor. Let's see. Make sure I'm still in frame here. Yeah. Sungrass Prairie. So, where is everyone? Don't tell me we've come halfway across the universe and they've all gone out. We should have texted first or something. Bill Potts. I actually just watched this episode for the first time last night. Yes, I have not seen all of the new Doctor Who. I'm not fully caught up yet. I'm working on it. But loving it. What's your favorite episode? I haven't seen all the old ones, but I enjoy them quite a lot. They are all the old clips and stuff are so like campy and weird, but like they still really good. Like the new ones are campy and weird too, but yeah, I don't know. I really like Doctor Who. It's a really interesting show. Highly recommend it. So continuing on, we have the Temple of Plenty. It's a land card. Temple of Plenty enters the battlefield tapped. When Temple of Plenty enters the battlefield, scry 1. Doctor, look at this extraordinary city down here, exclaimed Ian. The Aztecs, they knew how to build, replied the doctor. Irrigated farmland. Lands, plains, island. Irrigated farmland enters the battlefield tapped. Biodome tunnel is out of bounds. Andy and Tarek are infected. Captain Adelaide Brooke. Put that right there. It's the Temple of Mystery. It's a land card. Temple of Mystery enters the battlefield tapped. When Temple of Mystery enters the battlefield, scry 1. Let's see. Vine Glimmer Snarl. Vine Glimmer Snarl. Land. As Vine Glimmer Snarl enters the battlefield, you may reveal a forest or island card from your hand. If you don't, Vine Glimmer Snarl enters the battlefield tapped. It's really pretty art on that one. I like that one. Let's see. Scattered Groves. Lands, lands, forest, plains. Scattered Groves enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 2. We'll be safer over there, safe from the cheetahs and the master, the 7th Doctor. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool one. Let's see. Yeah, that looks really cool. Celestial Colonnade. Celestial Colonnade enters the battlefield tapped. Until the end of your turn, Celestial Colonnade becomes a 4/4 white and blue elemental creature with flying and vigilance. It's still a land. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but that sounds crazy. Deserted Beach. Definitely recognize this one. Land. Deserted Beach enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. By Silencio Lake, on the Plain of Sighs, an impossible astronaut will rise from the deep and strike the Time Lord dead. Madame Kavarian. Let's see here. Glacial Fortress. Glacial Fortress. Land. Glacial Fortress enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a plains or an island. Ice World, a space trading colony on the dark side of the planet Svartos. Svartos. Yeah, Svartos. I think there's something interesting going on there, Mel. The 7th Doctor. Some crickets just started up outside, really, they're getting pretty, loud. Let's see, this one is Horizon Canopy. Land. Pay 1 life, add a green or white, sacrifice Horizon Canopy, draw a card. Not the green and pleasant land we've been led to expect. The 7th Doctor. Next one is Overgrown Farmland. Land. Overgrown farmland enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Animals have ruled this planet for millions of years. Now it is our turn. Harrison Chase. Let's see, just to make sure. Waterlogged Grove. Land. Pay 1 life, add a green or a blue. Sacrificed Waterlogged Grove, draw a card. Beware the Sphere. Beware Skagra. Beware Shada. Professor Chronotis. Alright, let's see. Here is Dreamroot Cascade. Dreamroot Cascade enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. The Medusa Cascade. I came here when I was just a kid, 90 years ago. The 10th Doctor. Wait, that doesn't say 90 years ago. I was about to say, it says the Medusa Cascade. I came here when I was just a kid, 90 years old. The 10th Doctor. That's what it says. Sorry. We now have the Sky Cloud Expanse. To land, and it just adds white or blue. How did we get up so high so quick? Asked Clara. Clever staircase. It's taller on the inside, replied the Doctor. Banish to another universe. Enchantment. Enchantment. Affinity for historic permanence. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact, legendary, and or saga permanent you control. When banished to another universe enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until banished to another universe leaves the battlefield. Let's see. I'm going to put... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging. So we're going to take some of these, because I've now noticed that these are also lands. So I'm going to take these, put these over here. I'm going to take... This is an enchantment. These are artifacts. So these can go right here. This is also an enchantment. I just really like Gallifrey stands. Okay, let's see. So we'll take this one and pop it right there, because I have a feeling there's going to be some more enchantments. So let's see. Well, there might be more enchantments. We'll see. Time Lord Regeneration. Instant. Until the end of turn, target Time Lord you control gains. When this creature dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a Time Lord creature card. Put that card onto your battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Time to say goodbye. Let's see. Let's get a really good shot of that. That's a good one. I'm sure that's going to be a really good card. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Displaced Dinosaurs. Creature, dinosaur. As a historic permanent enters the battlefield under your control, it becomes a 7/7 dinosaur creature in addition to its other types. Good grief, it's a Stegosaurus. What a splendid specimen. The 3rd Doctor. Wow. Cool. Put him over here with the other green guys. Ooh, this gotta be a good one. That's the Sonic Screwdriver. Add 1 mana of any color. Untap another target artifact. Scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom. Target creatures can't be blocked this turn. Whew. That's a lot of stuff. How is that not a legendary artifact, though? That's just an artifact. How is the... Okay, I don't know. How is the... Okay. The TARDIS isn't a legendary artifact? Well, okay. It's an artifact and a vehicle. So, TARDIS. Flying. Whenever TARDIS attacks, if you control a Time Lord, the next spell you cast with this turn has Cascade, and you may Planeswalk. Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until the end of turn. Crazy. Let's see. Swords to Plowshares. Instant. Exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. So that's what it means to be a Doctor of War. The first Doctor. Let's see. Where to put this? I think we'll set it right here. We're getting through it. We're almost done. Well, maybe not almost, but we're getting through it. So we have Path to Exile. Instant. Exile target creature. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. The time has come for you to change your appearance, Doctor, and begin your exile. High Council of the Time Lords. Put that right there, too. Oh, this sounds rough. Return to Dust. Instant. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you may exile up to one other target artifact or enchantment. Let's see. Here's Explore. Sorcery. You may play an additional land this turn. Draw a card. Somewhere there's danger, somewhere there's injustice, and somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace. We've got work to do. The Seventh Doctor. Let's see. This is a green sorcery. This one. Put it right here. Actually, we'll do it this way. Put this one right here. That one right there. That one. That one right there, and put it here for now. No problem. Actually, no, put it up here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So moving on. 3 visits. Search your library for a forest card. Put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle. Oh, so you're my replacements, huh? A dandy and a clown. Have you done anything? The First Doctor. Alright. This one's called Arcane Signet. Arcane Signet. Artifact. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Seal of the High Council of Gallifrey. Nicked it off the Master in the Death Zone. The 11th Doctor. I remember that episode too. Let's see. This is another artifact. Okay, let's see. We have Soul Ring. Artifact. Add 2 something or other. The Eye of Harmony. Exploding star in the act of becoming a black hole. Time Lord Engineering. The 11th Doctor. It's another pretty cool one. Then you have one. Then you have ones like this. Talisman of Unity. Artifact. Add one of those thingies. Add a green or white, I believe. Is that white? Yeah, white. Yeah. Talisman of Unity deals 1 damage to you. How does the celery help? Asked Perry. If the gas is present, the celery turns purple, replied the Doctor. That'll work. Alright. Ooh, this is a cool one. Hero's Blade. Let's see. Make sure we get a good shot of this one. That's really cool. Artifact. Equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach Hero's Blade to it. Equip 4. Attach to target creature you control, equipped only as a sorcery. Very cool. I'm going to enjoy using that one, I'm sure. Alright, let's see. Talisman of Progress. Artifact. Add one of those thingies, and then add one white or blue. Talisman of Progress deals 1 damage to you. Sometimes my brilliance astonishes even me, the 4th Doctor. Let's see. Thought Vessel. Artifact. You have no maximum hand size. Add one of those things. Oh, it's only an old relic, like me, Professor Yana. The Mind Stone. Artifact. Add another one of those things. Sacrifice Mind Stone, draw a card. Handles, I said. Put me on a ship. I didn't say put me on a Dalek ship, the 11th Doctor. Switching over. Got some new colors here. Thriving Isle. Land. Thriving Isle enters the battlefield tapped. As Thriving Isles enters the battlefield, choose a color other than blue. Add blue or 1 mana of the chosen color. Whoa, far out. Are you quite sure this is the planet you aimed for? Perry Brown. Let's see, we'll put that. I guess it's not new colors, but it's haven't seen a lot of these yet. So let's see. Next one. The Thriving Grove. Land. Thriving Grove enters the battlefield tapped. As Thriving Grove enters the battlefield, choose a color other than green. Add green or 1 mana of the chosen color. There are no predatory animals on Devaloka. No diseases, no adverse environmental factors. Todd. Who's Todd? I'm not sure. Let's see. Thriving Heath. Land. Thriving Heath enters the battlefield tapped. As Thriving Heath enters the battlefield, choose a color other than white. Add white or 1 mana of the chosen color. Vortis is ours. We, the Menoptra. We reclaiming it. Vrestin. We have Ash Barrens. Land. Basic land cycling. Discard this card, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Look at the trees, not a trace of foliage, the very bark stripped from the trunks, and the soil barren. The 6th Doctor. Let's see where to put this one. Oh, this can go right here. We have the Seaside Citadel. Land. Seaside Citadel enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 green, white, or blue. Watch for the omens. I declare a new golden age of prosperity for all. The Captain. Moving on to the next one. We have Path of Ancestry. Land. Path of Ancestry enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. When that mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scry 1. It's the TARDIS. It's my home. Or at least it has been for a considerable number of years. The 2nd Doctor. Very cool art on this one, too. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Put that one there. The next one. A very pretty card. Plains. Basic land. Plains. And it looks like it adds. I'm not really sure what that means. But it looks like it adds a lot of the white energy or color or whatever it is. Mana. Yeah. Interesting. It's a basic land, so we'll put that right there. Then we have another Plains. Basic land. Plains. This one has even prettier art on it. Love the art on these cards. Have I said that? I think I said that. Another island card, basic land. Very pretty. This one's blue, so I'm gonna put it over here. Another island card, very awesome art right here. Forest. Basic land. Forest. That one right there. Another very pretty one. Basic land, forest. Another forest, but this is still a different one. So I really like that actually. That's really cool. Throw those right there. Then we have food. Token artifact. Food. Sacrifice this artifact. You gain 3 life. Throw that right there. We're getting down to the last few cards now. Alright, so we have treasure. Token artifact. Treasure. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Going to throw that right there. We have clue. Token artifact. Clue. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw a card. We have copy. Token. This token can be used to represent a copy of something else. Put that right there. We have mutant. Token creature, mutant, death touch. Have to look up what that means. Put that right there. Another mutant. Same thing. That's the first duplicate of any card in this deck so far. I wonder why that is. And let's see here. Alien insect. Token creature, alien insect, flying. It's a 1/1. By the way, the mutant, if you were wondering, is a 3/3. I'll throw that alien insect right there. Oh, there's another mutant. That's, I'm guessing, pretty good. We'll see though. Then we have soldier. Token creature, soldier, 1/1. I'm gonna put that right here. Let's see, let's move these up a little bit. And that's another soldier, token creature, 1/1. And I think that's it. That's all of them. The last two are little learn to play and things like that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna read some of this stuff, look this over a bit more. Yeah, wow. There are a lot of really beautiful, good cards in this deck. At least I think they're good. I hope they're good. We'll find out soon. I have a couple friends that play this that hopefully are gonna help me learn how to play. And yeah. So, as always, I am Joe, and I will talk to you all very soon.